Hello and welcome to Ames in Focus, the podcast that brings you closer to the people and projects shaping life in our city. I'm Bill Gebhart with Communications and Outreach at the City of Ames. And before we get started in today's episode, here's your reminder that Rummage Rampage is happening right now. Through Thursday, July 30th, stop by the Ames Intermodal Facility at 129 Hayward Avenue between noon and 6 p.m. to donate items or shop for incredible bargains. On Friday, no donations will be accepted, but you can still shop from noon to 6 p.m. Then on Saturday morning, it's the event everyone waits for, Half Price Day from 8 a.m. till noon. If you've ever wanted a lamp, a blender, and a mystery item that you'll identify 3 months later, this is your chance. Now let's talk about another one of Ames' favorite summer traditions. National Night Out returns on Tuesday, August 4th from 5:30 to 8 p.m. at the Ames Middle School, bringing together neighbors, first responders, local organizations, and plenty of family fun. Joining me today is Community Resource Officer Nate Rivera from the Ames Police Department. Nate, welcome back to the podcast.
Howdy, Bill. Good to be here.
Absolutely. So for anyone that hasn't experienced National Night Out, and we know that's not very many, huge groups there,
Yeah.
But for anyone that hasn't experienced it, what's it all about?
So it is just an opportunity to get out and meet a bunch of different people within the first responder space. We'll have fire there. We'll have paramedics there. Story County will be there. ISU will be there. And we'll have the helicopter will be back again this year.
Good,
so
yep.
blow everybody's hair back, literally.
Absolutely.
Literally. Last year, we had some hot dogs covered in grass, but we got it taken care of. And it also brings. I've kind of crafted a resource fair, right? So it's community resources that are available to people for financial mobility, for social mobility, for helping hand. I've got a couple daycare services. I know that childcare is always an issue for people.
Absolutely.
And there's just a bunch of great organizations from substance abuse and mental health and single parenting and just a lot of different resources just to prop people up and give them an opportunity to advance and just have some of that mobility that maybe they're looking for.
And so this event has definitely become one that my family has circled on the calendar for many, many summers, right? And what is it that makes it so special?
I just think it's become really big. I mean, I would guess there was maybe 2,500 people there last year. We gave away 1,500 hot dogs and people. There was a couple hungry people that didn't get dinner, but it's an opportunity where everything's kind of consolidated. It's you can have some fun. You get folks can have some resources. We have Kona Ice out there that all you can slurp out of the cups. We do some hot dogs and chips, and City of Ames is out there with the best water in the country.
Yep, there you go.
Just giving it away. And we partner with a group of local churches called Hope in Christ, and this year we have 1,310 pairs of tennis shoes in the queue, and they are free. We're just going to give them away. We do a lot of fundraising, and there's a gal named Jen Peterson who deserves the shout out of shout outs because she bought every stinking pair of those shoes over the last couple months, year, whatever. We had some carryovers from last year that we're going to try to get rid of, but she bought a metric ton of shoes. So we're going to line everybody up and give away a bunch of shoes, get a free meal, have some fun, see a helicopter. The one question mark right now is the climbing wall. I'm not sure if that's going to be there this year, and that'll be a disappointment if it's not there. That was really popular.
My kids were all about that last year.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll trust you. We'll trust that we'll get that one. So,
but if it doesn't come, it's not my fault.
Absolutely. Yeah. We'll figure out who to blame later, right? So now let's talk about some more of that fun stuff. So if someone's walking through National Night Out, what can they expect?
So we've got an ambulance there. We've got the MRAP. You can go through tours of the vehicles. I'm going to try to get our drone team out there this year.
Very cool.
And have the drones flying around, kind of just looking, showing broadcast and that kind of stuff. And they're just tours of all the vehicles. Like I said, if you need some new school shoes, like what kid doesn't want a fresh pair of kids going back to school, right?
Yep.
and they just have the opportunity to meet officers and firefighters and especially officers from other agencies outside the city they may not come in contact with, and just meet them on a different playing field than if they're having a bad day and they need our services.
And one thing I really like about this, because I'm always out there with you, we always do a live at the beginning, and then my kids are always like, we're coming to that one. And I was like, yes, you are. So, but one of the things I also like is we have all the fun stuff, we have the Kona Ice, we have the tours of the vehicles and all that stuff. But like you said earlier too, we have the resources. So parents that just maybe not even, they didn't know this was available for them and their family, they have an opportunity to connect and get some information about different things going on.
Yeah, I would encourage anybody that just is curious to come out and just walk through one of the parking lots. I just kind of isolated for what I've just described as a vendor fair. It's not really a vendor fair, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it is.
And they pop up a table and throw up a tent if it's super hot. In the last couple of years, it's been really nice out.
Yeah,
so we're
been great.
Crossing our fingers for weather like today.
Yes.
When we're recording this, but who knows what next Tuesday is going to be.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
But I would encourage them to come out and just take a tour. Just stop and talk to people and see if they have something to offer you. Everything at this event is completely free.
Yeah.
Right? There's no cost to anybody for anything out there. And a lot of these services that are in place, the booths that people come out and want to give back to the community, they have free options for you to take advantage of their services.
And so beyond the fun and also beyond the services, National Night Out really just has a bigger purpose. So why is it so important that the Ames Police Department is spending time with residents and doing these things outside of emergency situations?
Yeah, it goes back to just kind of humanizing the badge. We've talked about that a couple times on the podcast. And I think that that's important, right? There's a large section of people that only encounter us in the worst of times.
Yeah.
Right.
And we're glad you're there during those bad times for many times.
That's our job. Yeah. That's what we signed up for. And we're there to take care of and serve the public in that way. But it is nice to be able to meet with those people and have just a genuine conversation in some of those relaxed environments where the stress isn't so high, and they can get to know us and we can get to know them and form relationships, and how we can kind of, have that synergy and just enjoy each other's time instead of trying to solve problems.
And I think that's one of my favorite parts of being at the event, walking around with my camera, as I always do, is just the officers that are there, just having conversations or talking to families as they're handing out hot dogs, or just being there or the handprints on the police car and kind of the tours and all of that stuff. That's one of my favorite parts. Just seeing how we can all come together in that event, and it's one that everyone is so happy to be there.
Yeah,
and we can just have those conversations.
Yep, you bet.
And so every year when we're there, we see neighbors running into neighbors, kids introducing their parents to officers or to other people, and people just spending time together. And I think that's really what community is all about. And so what do you hope people take away from National Night Out?
I hope people take away that our officers really care about this community, right?
Yeah.
We have a vested interest in its success and in the success of the people that make up the community. And, we build that on, community pride, and we build that upon some of the relationships we form with people. And, we take great measures to get public feedback and, take that at its what value we can extract from it and incorporate that into how we do our jobs. Right. And so I think that it's a very much a cooperative effort to make Ames what it is. It's not just us going out and doing police work. It's people having the trust to be able to report things to us and being able to tell us the truth and tell us the hard things and have those conversations. And I don't think you do that without having a great amount of social currency invested in the community.
Building that relationship. Absolutely. Yeah, no, I agree with that. So, okay. So someone that's never been before, which again, we said there's not many if you've been there, what's your invitation to them?
I dare you.
Come
out and get a free meal, some hot dogs and chips, and we're doing all beef hot dogs this year. I goofed that. Okay. Actually, we had 500 hot dogs that weren't all beef, and it was a deal. So we're trying to be as friendly and accommodating as possible in that. But chips and hot dogs and free Ames water that's ice cold. I made sure they put a bunch of ice in the water so it's getting chilled down.
Get some shoes.
Yeah, right? Get some free shoes. The line for that will be long.
Yes, it always is
long. think last year it wrapped around from the athletic entrance all the way to the main entrance. I would guess there was probably, by the time we started the process, there was probably 1,000 people in line.
Yeah.
So
no, I think
it could take a minute.
I'm not sure if I want to give this away here, but my kids have this idea that they want to do the climbing wall and the other activities first and then jump in line for the shoes later on.
We have the shoes.
Yeah.
1,300 pairs of shoes.
That's true.
And, I hope we give them all away.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Right. But the line will be long.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do about that. But just come out and have some fun. See if there's some services that you maybe didn't know you needed.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And that you could take advantage of just to give you a little bit easier spot in the world right now.
Okay, Nate, it is time for our lightning round that we started here in our second season. So I'm going to give you some quick questions. Give me that first answer that comes to your mind. Okay. So as a police officer,
tacos. No, sorry.
That works. Tacos could work for anything, right? So, okay. As a police officer, what is your favorite piece of equipment?
Man, I was a Batman kid, and the utility belt is just the real deal.
Okay. No, I like that. And you have everything on it. So, okay. What's one thing that every kid should do at National Night Out?
Eat as many Kona ices as possible.
Okay. As many just snow cones as you can do it.
On the face.
Yeah. All over it. Okay. I like that. So how about for you personally? Are you a snow cone guy, popcorn guy, some other kind of snack?
Man, I'd have to go popcorn on that one.
The salty?
Yeah. It's just the crunch and the salt.
Okay. I like that. So if you could add one activity to National Night Out, anything that you can think of, dream of, what would it be?
Oh, helicopter rides, man.
Helicopter rides.
Right.
Okay.
Even just a tether, just like a lift off, 100 foot in the air, up and down, up and down, up and down.
Yeah. The lines for that would be
if you've never ridden in a helicopter, man, that's a heck of a good time.
Okay. I think that we'll work on that, right? No, okay. I won't hold you to that. So, okay. In one word or phrase, National Night Out is
a darn good time.
Okay. So everyone should come out to that, right?
Everybody.
So Nate, where could people go to get more information if they're missing it on this podcast, things like that?
Facebook's probably the easiest place. We did an event created an event on Facebook. It's got all the details, the location, all the stuff, some fun pictures from previous years. And there's a lot of information on the Facebook event at our Ames Police Facebook page.
So that's Ames Police Department on Facebook. There's an event they can click on, get all that information.
You bet.
Great. Well, Nate, thanks so much for joining us and for everything you do, and the Ames Police Department for everything you guys do to keep our community connected all year long.
Thanks for having me, Bill.
And thank you for listening to Ames in Focus. National Night Out takes place on Tuesday, August 4th from 5:30 to 8 p.m. at the Ames Middle School. It's free, family-friendly, and a great opportunity to meet people and organizations that help make Ames a safer and welcoming community. For more information, like Nate said, go to the Ames Police Department on Facebook or any social media that they have. And thanks for listening. And remember, the strongest communities aren't built in emergencies. They're built one conversation at a time. And we'll see you next time.
Ames in Focus is a City of Ames podcast.